Did you think at this point that your wrestling career was over?
Uh, no, because I knew there were independent places that I could go and work, and I
Right.
knew I could still make a living in the industry. Not as good as I had been making, but I knew it was still possible to make a living in the industry. I just didn't know what it was going to look like. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I didn't know what that would. And when you get out there on your own, you don't have a machine behind you. You got to hustle, man. You got to hustle and pick up
Yeah.
you get the dates yourself. You get the flights. You got to hustle, and I'm
Which
too lazy to hustle.
I was going to say, not only laziness, but doesn't go well with the drug addiction.
No, 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 no. It's
You're
bad.
usually not hustling
It's
when
bad
you're
news.
battling it. Yeah.
It's bad news. And then they would go, "Hey, are you coming?" And I would go like, "No, I'm not even answering my phone." You know I'm not coming.
Next story from the Observer says Road Dogg did a lengthy interview with Jeff Cole for Live Audio Wrestling this past week, talking about the problems that led to his losing his job with the WWF. James said that his drug addiction problems are no secret, and he's got good and bad days, and it's a constant battle. He said he got messed up before a match, did the match anyway, which was filmed for Heat, and he knew he was messed up. He tried to apologize to Vince McMahon, who told him he was busy, so he went to Bruce Pritchard and told him he was going through a pretty bitter divorce. Dog, does that sound right to you?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, those are the headlines.
Why do you remember this interview? Why do this interview? Did you
I
just
have
want to
no
get
idea. I had no idea.
Don't even
I did
remember
that.
it?
No, no clue.
Okay. So there wasn't a, hey, I need to get a PR move going. It was just something
No.
happened.
Well, if that
Somebody probably
look,
called you and you did it.
exactly what happened, because look, I would love to have thought, oh, it was a PR decision that you strategically thought about and made. No, not a chance. Nowadays, like, yeah, I'll be carny and doing stuff like that, but I didn't. I never thought about that one time. I don't even know why I did the interview. I don't even remember doing the interview.
At this point in '01, Dog, or is it drugs? Is it alcohol? Is it both?
All of the above. All of the above. And it's all about finding oblivion, man, because I lived a life of fear. My whole drug addiction and just that whole thing was fear based. And look, I still deal with a lot of fear in my day to day living. I still have horrible I don't want to say crippling, because they're not crippling because I move through them, but anxiety, and I in the recovery world they call it future tripping, but I call it casting doubts on future, casting fear onto future events. And it's like, oh, I got to go do this tomorrow. Oh my God, what's that going to be like? You know what I mean? And in my head, I can make that molehill a mountain real quick. And
Yeah.
so look, that's stuff I learned during learning to be sober, was learning to cope, learning coping skills that I didn't have. And so, I don't know, man, I was just a wreck, and I was afraid of life and life's responsibilities. And so I tried to be as high as I could to escape them. And the thing is you kick out and you wake up and they're all still there, only now they're compiled. So,
Never heard
but
that.
go ahead.
Go ahead. No.